Hello. So in this video, we're trying to answer the question of whether or not you agree that a political commentator used to argue that a government is more likely to enact expansionary fiscal policy because expansionary fiscal policy is popular, while contractionary fiscal policy is unpopular. So to analyze this question, we should first start with reminding ourselves what is fiscal policy. So the key of fiscal policy is that fiscal policy is conducted by the government. In an economy, there are usually two types of macroeconomic policies. One is fiscal policy, the other is monetary policy. The difference between these two types of policies is that fiscal policy is conducted by the government, while monetary policy is conducted by the central bank, which is a different organization than a government. There are two tools the government can use when they are conducting fiscal policy. One is changing tax rates, for example, increasing or decreasing personal income tax. And the second tool that the government have is to change government spending. For example, they could increase their spending by implementing an infrastructure project. When the government wants to conduct or enact expansionary fiscal policy, what they need to do would be either decreasing tax rates. And the reason for decreasing tax rate is expansionary because when, for example, a person's needs to pay less income tax, they have more disposable income, and as a result, they could increase their consumption, and aggregately, the aggregate demand will increase. To expand, government could also increase their government spending because government spending is also part of the aggregate demand. And if you want a concrete example, if a government increase their spending through implementing a project of building a highway, they need to recruit people and they need to pay wages to the people, and the people will use the money to increase their consumption. So as a result, aggregate demand or the amount of goods that the population consumes increases. On the other hand, if the government wants to enact contractionary fiscal policy, they could either increase tax rates, and as a result, people have less disposable income and aggregate demand will decrease. And could also decrease their government spending, which also reduces aggregate demand. So from our analysis, we can see that expansionary fiscal policy done to either reducing tax rate or increasing government spending will increase the aggregate demand of the economy. And from the point of view of general population, we of course prefer to consume more, to be able to consume more. So it does make sense that expansionary fiscal policy is more popular than contractionary fiscal policies.